Hey, welcome back to the channel. Quick product review for you today. I've had a number of questions about whether the Monster Lite rack attached lat pull down seat and low row kit are worth it. So this video is going to be my review and let you know if it's worth it. I go in prices and stuff. We're going to go online, look at what you really need for this kit to work well, and we'll do some comparables as well. So glad you're here. Smash that like button and subscribe. Okay, so the Monster Rack mount lat pull down seat with the low row kit. You've kind of seen the functionality. You see how easy it is, or not easy. It can be a pain to put on your rack. It's $635, so is it worth it? Well, if you just have that, it's not going to do you a lot of good. So you'd also need the slinger. So you're looking at, if you do the slinger with a weight stack, you're looking at $1,125. Let's say you do what I did. You're going to just do the plate load kit. That's $495. The nice thing about the plate load kit is it's not permanent. If you get a weight stack, as you can see right there, that's going to be permanently in your rack, and you're going to lose all other functionality out of that part of your rack. For me, I have the Rogue Monster Lite 3 rack. It's a 4-post rack. I don't have the space to give up for a weight stack. I just don't. The other things, it's really expensive. So say you go the plate loaded route. The plate load kit is going to be $495. So then you determine, I also want the solo pulley. The solo pulley is really nice to have. If you want to use, for example, if you want to use the foot plate for the low row without using the actual pull down seat, you really need another pulley. And there's times I want to do that. So you get the solo pulley, which I've done, but that's another $205. So you're looking at $1,335 just for the slinger, the solo pulley. So the slinger with the plate load kit, the solo pulley, and then the Monster, that should be Monster Lite. It's the same thing because they have different pins, so it's the same thing there. But I better double check that. So let's look. Is it the exact same? So we got the low row kit for Monster Lite. So you're looking at $345, plus you're going to get the low row. You're looking at $615. So you're saving $20 for the Monster Lite. So let's take $20 off of that. So that's $615. So you're going to get $35. So you're looking at $1,315 before shipping, before taxes, to get everything that you need really to have a nice station to do lat pull downs and to do low rows with good pulleys, but it's also going to be plate loaded, so it's not going to be near as smooth as a weight stack. If you want to do the weight stack, you're looking at closer to $2,000. All right, so is that worth it, right? Is it worth it? It's a great question. So to me, if I had the room, right, to do something like a plate loaded lat pull down low road machine, I would do that. You can get a Bells of Steel. It's free shipping. Shipping's built into the price. $900 to your door before taxes. You could have, and it, by the way, it also comes with a lat bar. You have to put it together, which kind of stinks, but you have to put a lot of this stuff together. If you go the other route, you're going to have to put stuff together too. But $900, you could have, a separate lat pull down and low row machine, right? So you might say, well, I don't want to go Bells of Steel. What else is there? For $900, you could also go Titan. their lat pull down tower. It's not as nice as the Bells of Steel, but it's only $579, $580. It's on back order right now, so you may keep that in mind. But you're looking at, and it's free loading or free shipping because it's Titan. So you're looking at $579. So say, no, I want to do something really, really good, like the Rogue lat pull down low row. Okay, that's $3,500. The other thing with this is, and it talks about it down here, is it ships on an oversized skid. It's not able to be delivered using a traditional lift gate, so you have to have a freight loading dock. If you don't have a freight loading dock, it could be an issue. So you may look at that. But that's $3,500. So is it worth it? So do I think it's worth it? It's a good unit. It's well built. It's doable in terms of taking it on and off. You saw the video at the start. It's not ideal. So I have to take this on and off every time I use it because if I don't, I can't lift on the outside of my rack. Right? I have to have the inside of my rack with the plate loaded setup. Is it worth it? For me, it's a must-have. That's because I really value being able to do lat pull down and low rows a lot. It's a great accessory exercise to things like deadlift. It's a really good way to get back workout in. Outside of barbell training, landmine, this is really my go-to for a lot of those things. I use the slinger a lot for other stuff other than just back work. So for me, it's really worth it. But it's because I have a small space. My gym here, in this small home gym, this room isn't very big. I don't have room to have a separate lat pull down low row machine. If I did, and what I've learned, especially with this Rogue Monster Lite 3 rack, it's the smallest footprint rack that Rogue makes, is the more I can keep off of the rack, the easier it is to use my rack. And so what I mean by that is having plates. When I first bought this rack, I had weight plates up and down the different arms here. I have weight. You can still see I have weight plates on the back, which I like. This is bolted down, but that does keep it down. But I have no other place to put these big, the 55, 45, 35s. I don't have anywhere else to put them, so they're on the back. Previously on this upright, I kept some of my change plates. It was a pain in the butt because you got to take them off to move your lever arms, if you have lever arms, or to move your monolift attachment, your J-cups. If I want to put my safety straps into rack pulls, the more you have attached to your rack, the more you have to take off to use your rack, right? Unless you have like a rig. If you have a monster rig in a big warehouse, that may be different. But most people in their garage gyms, they're not dealing with rigs. They're dealing with racks. And a lot of people have a rack bigger than mine. I don't have a ton of room. So ideally, I don't want to have to take and put things on and off. But I have a small space. Because I don't have enough space to have a separate dedicated lat pull down machine and low row, this is very worth it to me. If I had the space, here's the key. If I had the space, I would get a separate dedicated lat pull down and low row machine. I would also get a functional trainer if I had the space. I don't have it. So because I don't have it, this is the way to go. Because I can do lat pull downs and low rows and get the same feel as I get at the gym. Is it quite as smooth? No, because it's the plate loaded. It's still really smooth though. These pulleys are really well done. They're really well made. This is very, very, you get a little bit of play. That's because you take it on and off. But you don't get a bunch of play. Really, this is really well designed, really well made. So I highly recommend it unless you have space to go otherwise, because as we looked at the price before, you're looking at $1,000 just right here. And then if you go and you do a weight stack, you're looking at $2,000. If you count the slinger and the seat and the low row kit and all of that, and that's not even counting a lap pull down bar. So you're looking at $2,000. If you have the space, do it separately. If you don't have the space and you value lap pull downs and low rows, I strongly suggest this. I highly recommend it. It's a good way to go as a space saver, even though it does take some time to unload and take off and unattach from the rack. But if that's all you can do and that's all you have, you can get every bit as good a workout in a small space as you can in a big, huge commercial gym. So check it out. Hope you liked it. If you have questions, put them below. Until next time, adios.